morning, mathematicians. We are looking at lesson 20, and this is titled Shipping Trash. Now, number 1A says a different shipping container is 40 feet long, 9 feet wide, and 8 feet tall. What is the volume of the container? And we will explain or show our thinking. We know to find volume that we have to multiply together the length, which is 40, the width, which is 9, and the height, which is 8. We know this to be true because volume equals length times width times height, and now we can exchange those dimensions. I know it has a length of 40, I know that it has a width of 9, and I know that it has a height of 8. Now, to find the volume, I've got to multiply those things together. Well, first of all, I know that 9 times 4 is 36. So I'm going to start with that, and I'm going to add a 0 because it wasn't really just a 4, it was 40. So let's make it 10 times bigger. Now I need to take that 360 and I need to multiply that by 8. I can come to the side and do that. 360 times 8 will equal what? Well, let's walk through it. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 6 is 48. Here is my 8. Here is my 4. 8 times 3 is 24. Plus 3 is 28. So I have an answer of 2,880, right? Now, what does that mean within the context of my answer? That means the volume of the container is 2,880. What were those units? Well, those were cubic, so I'm going to do CU, and feet, FT, right? I could go ahead and write that I first found 40 times 9 equaled 360, then I found 360 times 8, and that equaled 2,880, but I do feel like I have written that out clearly to show my thinking for number 1. Now, number 2 continues the thinking that we began in number 1. Number 2 says a school makes 24 cubic feet of recyclable plastic each day. How many days does it take the school to fill the container? Explain or show your thinking. So we know that we are going to be taking our 2,880 and we're going to be dividing it out by 24 to figure out how many days it's going to take the school to fill the container, right? Well, I could come to the side and I could begin a brainstorm as we have done many times. The first thing though I notice is that this first fact is very related to the the dividend that we already have, right? This is a good one for us to start with taking 100 groups of 24 because that would use up 2,400 of our dividend. So let's go ahead and begin with that. We're going to take 100 groups of 24. Well, 100 groups of 24 is going to be 2,400. When I subtract that, I have a difference of 480. Well, if I know that 24 times 2 equals 48, I also know that 24 times 20 would be that 48 with a 0, which is exactly the amount of dividend I still have to share. So I'm now going to take 20 groups of 24, which is going to use all 480. 480 subtracted from 480 is going to give us 0. We don't have any remainder, but we do have an answer of what? We have an answer of 120. Now, let's take that on back to exactly what that means in context of our problem, and that is related to the days, right? So down below on the bottom, I'm going to write a simple statement that says, it will take 120 days to fill the container. Now, in this way, boys and girls, we have related back to the context and made sure that we understand exactly what the 120 means, because it indeed is a measure of days. Boys and girls, this finishes out our Lesson 20 cool down.